Crypto Daybook Americas. Bitcoin risks losing key support zone as risk assets struggle. Your day ahead look for January 13, 2025 by Omkar Godbole. Oliver Knight edited by Aoyon. Ashraf. January 13, 2025, 11:56 a.m. UTC. By Omkar Godbole, all times ET unless indicated otherwise. Risk assets are trading down as the dollar index and treasury yields benefit from Friday's blowout non-farm payrolls report, and the Palisades Fires posing a risk to the insurance sector and some P&C companies. Powered by 00:19/02:421038.5K8. Razzlecan. Drops new song before prisoned. STLP0 Phil. Hashtag FF3E5F. .ST1 Phil. Hashtag FEF. .ST2 Phil. Hashtag FF3E5F. Shared ALSX. 1. Isolation. Isolate. CLSX. 2. Phil. Hashtag FF3E5F. CLSX. 3. Phil. Hashtag FFF. NextStayBTC is down 2%, changing hands in the key support zone of $90,000 and $93,000, with alternative cryptocurrencies posting bigger losses as usual. ETH has dropped to the lowest since December 21st, and the risk-off has clouded XRP's bullish technical outlook. CTA section. Whales likely accumulated XRP over South Korea-based Upbit over the weekend. AI coins is the worst performing subsector of the past 24 hours. In traditional markets, futures tied to the S&P 500 point to negative open alongside continued downside volatility in the British pound and emerging market currencies. The risk-off sentiment, however, didn't stop Michael Saylor from indicating a potential for another Bitcoin purchase as he shared an update on MicroStrategy's Bitcoin purchase tracker. If it would put a dent into the negative market sentiment, is another story. The firm's purchase last Monday amounted to approximately $100 million, which had limited market impact, but underscores the firm's ongoing demand, Valentin Fournier, analyst at BRN said. Other things being equal, the risk of BTC losing the support zone appears high as some investment banks believe the Fed rate cutting cycle is over, with Bank of America suggesting a potential for a rate hike. Per some observers, the consensus is that prices will deflate to $70,000, followed by a renewed rally. Meanwhile, the 30-day moving average of the Coinbase-Binance BTC price differential, which has a knack of marking major price tops, has slipped to the lowest since at least 2019, a sign of weaker stateside demand. Over the near term, the crypto market is likely to focus on President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration on January 20th and the ongoing FTX claim distributions, according to Coinbase Institutional.What to watch. CryptoJan. 13. StruggleYour Layer. Season 1 airdrop snapshot for staking participants, liquidity providers, and partner ecosystem users. January 15th. Derive, DRV, to create and distribute new tokens in token generation event. January 15. Mint Layer version 1.0.0 release. The mainnet upgrade introduces atomic swaps, enabling native BTC cross-chain swaps. January 16, 3 a.m. Trading for the Sonic token S is set to start on Binance, featuring pairs like S/USDT, S/BTC, and S/BNB. January 17 primary listing of SOLV, the native token of Solv Protocol.MacroJan. 13, 2 p.m. The U.S. Department of the Treasury releases December 2024's Monthly Treasury Statement report. Monthly budget deficit EST $62 billion versus previous $367 billion. January 14, 8:30 a.m. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, releases December 2024's PPI data.PPI MoM Est 0.3% versus previous 0.4%. Core PPI MoM Est 0.3% versus previous 0.2%. Core PPI YoY Est 3.7% versus previous 3.4%. PPI YoY Est 3.4% versus previous 3%. January 14th, 8:55 a.m. U.S. Redbook YoY for the week ending on January 11th. Previous 6.8%. January 15th, 8:30 a.m. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, releases December 2024's Consumer Price Index summary. Core inflation rate MoM Est 0.2% versus previous 0.3%. Core inflation rate YoY estate 3.3% versus previous 3.3%. Inflation rate MoM estate 0.3% versus previous 0.3%. Inflation rate YoY estate 2.8% versus previous 2.7%. January 16th, 2 a.m. The UK's Office for National Statistics November 2024's GDP estimate. GDP MoM estate 0.2% versus previous 0.1%. GDP YoY previous 1.3%. January 16th, 8:30 a.m. The U.S. Department of Labor releases the Unemployment Insurance Weekly Claims Report for the week ending on January 11th. Initial jobless claims estate 214K versus previous 201K. January 17, 5 a.m. Eurostat releases December 2024's Eurozone inflation data. Inflation rate MoM final estate 0.4% versus previous 0.3%. Core inflation rate YoY final estate 2.7% versus previous 2.7%. Inflation rate YoY final estate 2.4% versus previous 2.2%. Token Events Governance Votes and Calls.The community propose adjusting borrow rate for its GHO stablecoin from 10.50% to 9.00%. Aavegotchi DAO has an active vote on modifying ETH cell ladder parameters due to significant underperformance by ETH. January 14. Mantra community call with its co-founder unlocks. No major unlock scheduled today. January 14. Arbitrum, ARB, to unlock 0.93% of its circulating supply, worth $70.65 million. January 15. Connex, SONX, to unlock 376% of its circulating supply, worth $84.50 million. January 18. Ondo ONDO, to unlock 134% of its circulating supply, worth $2.19 billion. Token launches. No major token launches scheduled today. January 15. Derive, DRV, will launch, with 5% of supply going to Senna Stackers. January 16. StruggleYour layer, to host token sale followed by 5 months of points farming. January 17. Solv Protocol, SOLV, to be listed on Binance. Conferences. Day 8 of 14, Starknet, and Ethereum Layer 2, is holding its Winter Hackathon, online. Day 1 of 12, Swiss Web 3 Fest Winter Edition 2025, Zug, Zurich, St. Moritz, Davos, January 17th, Unchained. Blockchain Business Forum 2025, Los Angeles, January 18th. Bitcoin Day, Naples, Florida, January 20 to 24. World Economic Forum Annual Meeting, Davos Clusters, Switzerland, January 21st. Frankfurt Tokenization Conference 2025 Jan 25 to 26. Katstanbul 2025, Istanbul. The first community conference for Jupiter, a decentralized exchange, DEX, aggregator built on Solana. Jan 30 to 31. Plan B Forum, San Salvador, El Salvador, February 3rd. Digital Assets Forum, London, February 18 to 20. Consensus Hong Kong Token Talk by Oliver Knight. AI agent tokens have suffered a deep correction, with AI16Z now trading at $1.02, down more than 60% from its record high set on January 2nd. Virtual Protocol's native token Virtual has slumped a further 16% over the past 24 hours to compound its recent downtrend. It is now trading at $2.40 after surging to $5.04 on January 2. NFT project Azuki has announced the launch of Anime, a Japanese cartoon-themed token that will distribute 50.5% of the token supply to the Azuki community. Azuki employees and advisors will receive 15.62% of supply bound by a vesting schedule. Athena's ENA token has dropped by 11.4% over the past 24 hours as funding rates for ETH, which Athena's business model relies on, is beginning to fall into neutral territory. Athena still offers a yield of 11% on its stablecoin, although it's unclear how long that rate is sustainable if funding rates continue to fall. Ether whales have begun offloading ETH at a loss, with one trader selling 10,070 ETH for $33 million at a $1 million loss. The wallet still holds $45 million. On-chain data reported by Lucanchain shows Derivatives positioning perpetual funding rates for TRX, AVAX, SUI, and TON have flipped negative, indicating a bearish shift in positioning. Front-end risk. Reversals show a strong bias for BTC and ETH protective put options in line with the risk-off sentiment in markets. Screen traders have bought puts at $92,000, $90,000, and $87,000 in BTC. There is notable negative dealer gamma in the range of $90,000 and $93,000, which means these entities might trade in the market's direction to Hedgebook, bolstering the move. A similar dynamic exists between $3,200 and $3,450. In the ETH market. BTC and ETH vols, measuring 30-day expected price swings, remain in the familiar ranges for the month. Market movements. BTC is down 3.12% from 4 p.m. Eastern Time Friday to $91,392.04, 24 hours, minus 2.67%. ETH is down 4.78% at $3,109.45, 24 hours, minus 4.05%. Coinbase 20 is down 2.15% to $3,310.23, 24 hours, minus 3.08%. Ether staking yield is down 16 BPS to 2.97%. BTC funding rate is at minus 0.0149%, minus 16.27% annualized. On Binance DXY is up 0.35% at 110.04. Gold is down 0.13% at $2,705 per ounce. Silver is down 0.84% to $30.83. AUS Nikkei 225 closed minus 1.05% at 39. 190.40. Hang Seng closed minus 1% at 18. 874.14. FTSE is down 0.25% at 82. 27.71. Eurostoxx 50 is up 0.92% at 4. 931.47. DJIA closed on Friday minus 1.63% to 41. 938.45. S&P 500 closed minus 1.54% at 5. 827.04. Nasdaq closed minus 1.63% at 19. 161.63. S&P/TSX Composite Index closed minus 1.22% at 24. 767.70. S&P 40 Latin America closed minus 1.31% at 2. 181.96. U.S. 10-year Treasury is up 2 BPS at 4.79%. E-mini S&P 500 futures are down 0.78% to 5. 820.50. E-mini Nasdaq 100 futures are down 1.18% to 20. 767.25. E-mini Dow Jones Industrial Average Index futures are down 0.48% at 42. 022.00. Bitcoin stats. BTC dominance 58.39. Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio 0.033. Hash rate 7-day moving average 775 EH/S hash price. Spot $54.6. Total fees 4.89 BTC/$462. 582 CME futures open interest 175,380 BTC priced in gold. 34.5 Oz BTC versus gold market cap. 9.82% technical analysis. XRPs. Daily chart. TradingView/CoinDesk. XRP broke out of a descending triangle pattern Friday, signaling a resumption of the broader uptrend from early November lows. However, BTC's macro-led risk-off action has pushed XRP back to the breakout point. Watch out for a potential move back inside the triangle, as failed breakouts are powerful bearish reversal signals. Crypto equities. MicroStrategy, MSTR closed on Friday at $327.91, minus 1.14%, down 4.95% at $311.67 in pre-market. Coinbase Global, Coin closed at $258.78, minus 0.47%, down 4.42% at $247.34 in pre-market. Galaxy Digital Holdings, GLXY closed at $27.07, plus 0.82%. Mara Holdings, Mara closed at $17.86, minus 2.62%. down 4.59% at $17.04 in pre-market. Riot Platforms, Riot closed at $12, minus 0.17%, down 5.25% at $11.37 in pre-market. Core Scientific, SORZ closed unchanged at $14.04, down 3.49% at $13.55. In pre-market. CleanSpark, CLSK closed unchanged at $10.09, down 5.05% at $9.58 in pre-market. CoinShares Valkyrie Bitcoin Miners ETF, WGMI closed at $23.11, minus 0.17%, down 4.41% at $22.09 in pre-market. Semler Scientific, SMLR closed at $51.36, plus 2.33%, down 7.03% at $47.75 in pre-market. Exodus Movement, EXOD closed unchanged at $37.77, down 9.98% at $34 in pre-market. ETF flows spot BTC ETFs. Daily net flow. Negative $149.40 million cumulative net flows. $36.22 billion total BTC holdings 1.137 million. Spot ETH ETFs daily net flow. Negative $68.50 million cumulative net flows. $2.45 billion total ETH holdings 3.582 million at source. Farside Investors, as of January 10, overnight flows chart of the day. The number of runes minted daily, into the block. The number of Bitcoin runes minted daily has slipped to a record lows, averaging less than 10% of last year's figures. Runes was a big hit among traders following the Bitcoin blockchain's reward halving in April last year. Runes is similar to ordinals, allows people to etch and mint tokens on-chain. While you were sleeping Bitcoin under pressure as Goldman trims Fed rate cut expectations, BofA sees potential hike after blowout jobs report. CoinDesk Bitcoin fell below $93,000 during Monday's European trading hours as strong U.S. jobs data spurred investment banks to revise Fed rate cut expectations, with some warning of potential hikes. Singapore blocks Poly market, following Taiwan and France. CoinDesk over the weekend, Singapore blocked access to Poly market, labeling it an unlicensed gambling site. This follows similar actions in Taiwan and France, as global scrutiny of the platform grows. AI agent tokens reel from a steep market correction. The block AI agent tokens plunged over the past week, with AI16Z going from $2.26 to $1.10 and GOAT falling from 50 cents to 33 cents, while Bitcoin held steady around the $95,000 level. Global bond tantrum is a wrenching and worrisome start to new year. Bloomberg U.S. Treasury yields are nearing 5%, driven by strong economic growth, persistent inflation, and rising government debt, raising global borrowing costs and reducing demand for riskier investments like stocks. Dollar hits two-year high after robust U.S. data pairs back bets on rate cuts. Financial Times on Monday, the U.S. dollar index hit a two-year high following Friday's strong U.S. jobs report. Oil prices rose, with Brent reaching $81 and WTI hitting $77.90, on new Russian sanctions. ECB seeking middle ground with rate cuts. Lane tells newspaper. Reuters. The European Central Bank, ECB, plans cautious monetary easing, striving to curb inflation without triggering recession, as wage growth moderates and inflation approaches its 2% target by mid-2025. The Ether.